What's groovy, everyone? I thought I would do an herb and a spell every day, and see if you guys want to join along in some way. I'm gonna do I think, some sort of fast here, starting probably next week. So I just wanted to have a few moments here and see if you guys wanted to join in some regard. If you had any ideas about herbs that you might like me to dig into, or if you had any dilemmas or problems and how to fix those with certain kind of herbs. So we will wait, as we usually do, for a few moments, and then I'll repeat myself if whoever shows up. Who's up in here? 'Cause I just got this tea, and oh man, it's weird. It's a very strange brew. I don't at all like it. I don't like the flavor at all. It's trash, but supposedly it has some profoundly good effects. So we'll see. What's up, Dudley? Who's Joe Satriani? Go watch him, man. I'm not gonna be saying too much here, I don't think. Well, it was more of an invite to start, maybe a fast, and do I do a daily spell and show people how to do these things, and try out an herb every day, starting next week probably. But who are you talking about? I never heard of Joe Satriani. I don't know who this is. I have to check him out. Go listen over there, man. I probably have nothing good to say. Yeah, man. I don't know. I just started this up because I'd gotten a new herb in the mail, and it's something I've never used before. And so I did a little research on it, and it's called Lobelia, and it's a very funky fucking herb. Let me get the names for it. See y'all, and this would be like the first one in the installment of an herb and a spell a day, because the spell I'm gonna have to make is that I don't fucking vomit. That's the spell I'm gonna have to make. quite almost sincerely, I'll probably have to make that, because the name of the herb, let's see, Lobelia. It's supposed to be a calming, a muscle relaxant, and some other things. Let's see. Let's find the name. I think it's called pukeweed. I'm not even kidding you. It's got some stupid names. It's for like asthma and other things. Let me see. Oh, acoustic alchemy. No. Did I write that down the other night? Did I write that down the other night and I haven't gone to it? Acoustic alchemy. Yeah, man, I'll do that right after this. It's called Indian tobacco, Indian weed, pukeweed, gag root, vomit wort, and it's also called eyebright. No, it's not called eyebright. No way. I don't believe that. Doesn't smell or look anything like eyebright, but it is fucking awful. I just took a sip of it. I made a tea out of it, and it basically, I immediately wanted to gag on it. I think it's more, as I've done some research, it seems like something more that you'd want to smoke. But the benefits to it seem to be very calm mind, relaxing, muscle relaxant. Yeah. So maybe what I'll do is I'll go to Erowid, and WebMD tends to be kind of gives you a little bit of information, and I'll ingest an herb a day and let y'all know. See, and I'll have to do it during a fast, because it makes no sense for people to give you some sort of down low or understanding on what an herb is if they're consuming anything else, because your system has to be clean, or else how can you know what kind of effect it's having? And I got up this morning and I had a little bit to eat a couple hours ago. So the effects from this, other than making me want to fucking vomit, was just, even now I'm still a little queasy from it. I've only taken like one sip just before I started the show. I'm like, ugh. It's good for rheumatoid arthritis, bruises, sprains, insect bites, poison ivy, ringworm, breathing problems, bronchitis. It's a sedative. It does increase. It's used to induce sweating, which I'm definitely sweating right now. And it is used in some stop smoking products. And it's actually used for ADHD as well. Yeah. So far, it's as far as drinking it, I wouldn't do it. Would not suggest it to anybody yet. Yeah, it seems like a smokable herb. As I was reading a little bit on Erowid, it seems to be something that the people that had good experiences smoked something with it. And so I have a few other choice herbs to smoke with it. But those I do not have with me. That's why I want to start it next week, because all of my herbs and pantry is at my other place. So yeah. If anybody's got any ideas on things they have never used, or if you have any physical, mental dilemmas and you want to know how to fix them, I mean, I probably know the herbs to do that now, but I'll go ahead and just give you guys the 411 on what they are and how they affect a relatively clean body. And that's why I'm gonna do a little bit of a fast, at least maintain a fast to liquids and no heavy foods, so that way I can process whatever's in my system quickly. No, man, just, you don't need to do that. Just herbs are herbs, man. Just gotta get on Amazon or what's the other one? Mountain Rose Herbs is a good place. I usually order everything from Amazon because it's just easier. It's just one fucking button and I just click and it's sent to my house. But yeah, I'm not getting anything like ridiculous, like, nothing like that. I mean, everything is pretty standard across. It's even some things that you wouldn't know have very, very good uses. I'm not gonna say like to the level of what you'd find, like a LSD or fucking mushrooms or whatever. But there are certain things that there's, if you know what you're doing with them and how to extract the right thing out of them. And most people just aren't alchemists. Most people have no idea. So it's like, why would, these plant life is not going to be popular. Like, who cares? Because nobody knows how to extract it properly. And it's pretty simple to do. It's just people are lazy and stupid. So. Quiston R3. You want to know about teeth grinding? Yeah, there's quite a few things you can look into there. I'll look into it a little deeper before I give you any advice on that. But it depends on why you're doing it. That's a major thing too. That it could be a purely physical thing. It could be a psychological thing. It could be something that's going on in your dream world. It could be. So there's a few things going on there, and there's ways to remedy that. Some would be just simple types of muscle relaxants for like sleeping aids, like chamomile might help. This is off the top. 5-HTP, which comes from, I forget the name of the plant, but there's a specific plant that you'd use that will help with sleeping to relax the muscles, because grinding of the teeth is going to be, it's kind of like body awake, mind awake, body asleep. So parts of the body aren't actually triggered to fall asleep, and so getting the muscles into that point. You might even look into getting acupuncture done, because you might have some sort of trigger like mechanism in the body that somewhere else you have something held. Maybe something, if I just thinking about where they would be, you might have something in one of your vertebrae, like 13th vertebrae, Like right in here, you might have something through here. You might even have something as simple as like something going on with one of your. Hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of things that could be, man. I'd have to know a little bit more about it, but seems to Dudley Poppycocks. It seems to you that herbs are useless to non-believers. That's absolutely the most ridiculous statement I've ever heard. Herbs have what? Where do you think any drug comes from? It comes from the herbs. What they do is they isolate one thing within an herb. And most people that are getting herbs off of line, meaning they're going to get the little pills in the pill form, they're not getting anything that's any good. They're getting old shitty material, and they're not using enough. Could you imagine taking a small amount of this in dried up thing? Well, you're not going to get anything in your body. You should be using a teaspoon of it, and you should be decocting it in hot water, and you should have oils in it, et cetera, et cetera. So no, there's plenty of chemical things going on. So no, it has nothing to do with believing it or not. Herbs are very, very powerful. I mean, how do you think anything has been healed ever? It's always food is your medicine and medicine is your food. So, what's up, Jeannie? What up, Abadoni? How you doing today, man? Good to see you. Yeah, and Kristen, question authority. I see what you've done there. I like that. There is no root cause that you're able to identify it. Well, I'll give you a few things. Acupuncture might be one of them that might just be something very simple that you could do. Acupuncture, but it's expensive. I don't know what your money's like, but find like a decent acupuncturist. And if you can't do that, you can work on yourself. You can. It's easy enough to look up a few like connect to TMJ. Like, isn't that like the thing that you get in the jaw, and that connected to teeth grinding and things like that. You could easily put that into the Googles and find a few spots that you could do at least acupressure on that might help some relieving some of that. And then obviously some herbs that are geared towards sleeping. Mayan, what are you saying? Pumpkins for that? Are you really saying that? Or are you saying it because it's Halloween time? What you talking about? I mean, there are plenty of placebo effects everywhere, but yeah, herbs are a living system, and if you know how to use them. Yeah, every clinical study must meet the placebo effect. I don't know what you mean by that, Dudley, but everything can be attributed to the placebo and nocebo effect. You realize they're both things. Placebo and nocebo are both things. So, you know, think about it. You could have Munchausen's, man. You're sick when people keep telling you you're sick, and you put it in your mind, and you become sick, and you display. Everything is initially of the mind and physiological, psychological, then turns sickness, right? So yeah, certainly everything can be, but there's no doubt that herbs and anything around you can, ingesting it can have a benefit to your system, especially if you know the quantity and the quality of what you're getting. Obviously, a higher quality anything, a higher amount of, go do this. Go get yourself some oregano oil, the high quality oregano oil, and then drop it on your skin and tell me that herbs don't do anything. See if it doesn't burn a hole in your head. You know what I mean? Then you don't gotta, you can take all the placebo and nocebo and bullshit you want. Take a really high power oregano oil, put it on your skin, and see if it doesn't melt, like right through your skin. Or at least burn the fuck out of you. Yeah, the mind is more powerful than an herb, but how did the herbs get made? Apparently the mind. I mean, we ain't playing that game today, I'm not. This is why it's an herb and spells. So if you want to do spells, it's separate than the herb. Yeah, go eat some peyote. Go eat some mushrooms. Oh yeah, so pumpkins for the jaw thing, for the grinding of the teeth. Yeah. Oh yeah, Dudley, I disagree, man. If they're not used consciously, I mean, there's plenty of things that you can consume consciously or unconsciously. It's going to have an effect on your body. Go eat 5 pounds of cheese. You know what I mean? See how your shits are doing. See how that feels in your body. You can't just say, well, no, that herb's not going to do anything when they certainly do have profound effects because they've been studied by many, many, many cultures all over the planet, man. Yeah, there you go. So mine, as mine says, like if this is why I say if you fast, then you'll know what they're doing. If you don't, if you're just eating shitty regular shit and then think you can pop two pills of name an herb, and think you think it's going to do something, it's not, because now it's the chemistry is not going to work. If you go into a laboratory and you're a chemist and you have all your beakers and all the clear steins and glasses and everything, and all of them are dirty and have shit from every other experiment that you've been working, and then you put something else in there and you expect to get a result, you won't. Now, if you clean the whole thing up, then you could put one herb in there and see what happens, and you will see what happens. So until you clean your body, so if you want to talk about consciously using something, you'd have to have a clean body to do it. You'd have to, you're not going to get the effects from herbs, especially ones that are not as powerful in, small doses. Dudley, no, I'm not. Actually, Dudley, I don't even know what you're saying today. You're kind of just, I think you're just here to argue right now. I don't understand what you're saying. So I'm gonna go ahead and, yeah, I really don't know what I don't know what you're talking about, man. Abuse and use, I don't know what you're talking about. You're kind of just here to battle or something. I don't really know what your use is right now. I literally am coming here to bring people an idea of how to use herbs, and I'm not sure what you're saying. So, no, you won't die if you drink too much water. That's ridiculous. That's not true. Blue cheese will poop out easy. Yeah, they say. I mean, yeah, man. I just don't know what you're trying. I don't know what your goal is. What you're trying to accomplish. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying to leave. I just don't know what you're trying to accomplish. Like, I'm trying to educate people on some things, and you seem to be just saying, no, it's all placebo, and that's not the game we're playing today. I've got another 700 videos that you can probably find all sorts of things on nocebo, placebo, the mind, the power of magic, et cetera, but we're talking about things in the physical environment. If I throw a baseball at your face and I hit you with it, you can't tell me it doesn't have any effect. Oh, it's just the physical world. You're gonna have a nice bruise there, right? I mean, you're gonna get in the car and drive it down the street and tell me that the physicality of the car is not doing anything? You're gonna put some shoes on and go run down the street, and then or take the shoes off and then run down the street and tell me about how the soles of your feet are just torn apart because your feet weren't prepared, your soul wasn't prepared to trek like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really. And again, maybe there's just a barrier in communication between me talking and you typing. And this right here is not that Lobiella. This is just a regular tea I made. That Lobiella is fucking awful. Yerba mate, mugwort, and gin or tequila. I don't, yerba mate is a little too speedy for me. Like, it's too much like upper. I don't like uppers. It does not what works with my system too well. Mugwort I love. And yeah, I could see mugwort and gin working together. Yerba, what's up, Dimension Extensive? Yerba mate with gin or tequila. I have some yerba mate in there, actually. I have some yerba mate and some, what's the shit that they make, what is the herb called that they make the green fairy with? Woodworm, thank you. I have some woodworm. Woodworm is great to just extract with tequila. Just extract, you put the wormwood in there, let the tequila, vodka, and just extract it with the vodka, and that's nice. And it's very cleansing, and it'll get rid of a lot of worms in your system. So, beyond that, it's like you get the green fairy of it, you get the Thujon, and the effects of cleansing worms out of your system. So what else is up in here? What else is going on? Hey, maybe you want to join Abadoni and do some of these. And what I'm going to do here is hopefully, through starting next week, everybody can, kick me a few bucks so I can buy these herbs, That way, if I can buy all these herbs and test them out, then I can start, like, in the future, because a bag of herbs is going to be like what, $12 or so. So everybody can like kick me some ducats. I can buy these herbs, and then whatever's left over, I can start putting them together in smaller bags for people and selling to people. You know what I mean? And whoever kicked me some dough, I can just send some shit out that way. Basically, start up a little bit of an herb company for you guys. That way I'll test them. I'll know exactly what they're doing, and you have like, instead of just like, hey, I fucking rep this company and I know this herb, blah, buy all this shit. Like, I'll be able to, this is what I used. And maybe I can even do like, get from a couple different companies and see how they work that way. So if everybody, supports me that way, then I can, kick you guys back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, maca's been, maca's shown up in my feed a lot. I've used it in the past. I like it. Maca root, and it's nice and creamy. It's a good addition to chocolate. And it's good addition to chocolate because of not only the creaminess that it adds, but the magnesium that you're getting out of the chocolate. Yeah, maca and the magnesium in chocolate is real good, nice together. Chlorophyll, question. Chlorophyll, I'm if you're getting it from the right sources, yeah, but a lot of people be trying to get it from like marine plankton and all this shit. I don't know about that. I just don't know. I can't say for sure. What's up, Eli Jen? Oh, you concentrate? You had maca? That's crazy. Yeah, cool, man. So what I'll do is I'll do that. I mean, either way, I'm gonna be doing this herb thing either way, but I'd have to find like, if I was going to, I'd have to find somebody that could source me herbs, or somebody out there that has an herb company already, and I'm happy to like rep their shit. Like, it's not that big a deal to me. I mean, I'd rather get it from somebody local that's growing it themselves than some fucking giant pound bag from one of these giant conglomerates. But check it out. That thing that I just drank, I have to shit. So just to let you know, it's not. It's so far it's not good. I don't like it. So here's what I'm gonna come back to you guys in like 10 minutes because I gotta take a dump. So that Lobiella, it's got me hot just from one sip, and it's definitely running through my system. So I'll let you know more about it on the other side of taking this dump. So I'll talk to you guys in like 15, 20 minutes. Go enjoy yourself with shit too.